joined by head coach Boo Major as we continue to get set for September 16th and the first competition of the year for the Gamecock Equestrian team. Coach, I can tell every time I come out here, you guys are training a little bit harder and continuing to install those building blocks as you get set for those first competitions of the season. Tell us a little bit about some of the things you guys have been doing over the past week to get set for that first exhibition against Alabama.
Well, I think one of the things that we're trying to do this week is get a little bit more into the jumping, get a little bit more into the reining. I think our horsemanship riders and our flat riders we've been able to work with them on a regular basis as far as kind of getting them up to speed, especially our freshmen who are not real familiar with the equitation on the flat. They're not as familiar with that. I think the horsemanship riders on the western side aren't familiar with a long horsemanship pattern, which they're having to do. So I feel like that group is a little bit ahead of the 8 ball as far as competing is concerned. So this week we're trying to spend more time, I think, working with getting the reiners up to speed and getting our jumping riders up to speed. They're just starting to jump for the first time today, and we're looking at a competition in a week and a half. So we've got a little bit of work to do, but I think we're on the right road.
Talk about how the mindset changes for you guys as you get closer to that first competition. And you've mentioned it, it's less preseason and more installing those last couple of things you need to see another team on September 16th.
Well, again, I think we're kind of switching gears, and like you said, instead of focusing on, getting the horses legged up, we're more focusing on the competition against Alabama and our intra-squad competition with the Western team next week. So, we're starting to focus more. I know in horsemanship and on the flat, we're focusing more on those patterns. I think we're focusing more on the jumping as well as the reining, as far as trying to piece together a course as far as the jumping is concerned. And then in reining, we're looking towards starting to throw in a lot of the maneuvers in reining, such as the sliding stops and the spins and the lead changes and the fast and slow circles and things like that. So that's really what we're gearing up. I think we're still keeping it low key this week, and then we'll really be ramping it up next week so that we'll be prepared and ready for Alabama when they come in.
And of course, Alabama is the first of 5 opponents that you guys host to start the season, 1 exhibition for regular season. I know you want to see a big crowd on September 16th, and for all of your 7 home meets, 5 in the fall and 2 in the spring.
Yeah, our exhibition against Alabama is going to be a little different. They only have a hunt seat team, so we are going to run the Western and the hunt seat at the same time. We're also going to start with with equitation on the flat and with horsemanship. So the more exciting events, not that those aren't exciting, but the more exciting events, the reining and the jumping, will be happening after we complete the equitation on the flat and horsemanship. So I think we'd love to have people come out. We aren't expecting a huge crowd for this, but I think it's a great opportunity if somebody's got an afternoon off on a Friday, or even when the kids get out of school, they can even still stop by here, and we'll still be going on until probably about 5 o'clock.
Awesome. Well, Coach, can't wait to get out here for that first meet of the year, and best of luck this week.
Great. Thanks, Rob.